who called in to answer questions about her filing for pandemic unemployment assistance. And I guess we'll just start at the beginning of Senator. So you applied for.
I think Sabrina waved at me, so I'm watching you guys on channel.
Oh, thank you.
Now,
Yeah.
so I'm going to wave back. I'm waving back to her.
Good morning.
I'm sorry. Good morning.
Right, yes. So just take us to the beginning, going through your mind, what made you think you were eligible to apply for the pandemic unemployment assistance?
Well, there were certain instructions when the Department of Labor first came out with the applications, because they had a process with the Hire Guam with the employers at first, and they were instructing the employers what to do. You had to register with Hire Guam. You had to show that you had some employees and list those employees that were furloughed or laid off during the pandemic. And because, I was a singer with the Sheraton and Dusit and CPK, all these other places, I'm giving them a little plug. And then, and the gym, I was at International Sports Center, all these different places. I felt like I was qualified to do it based on my business license that I've had for many years, since the late 80s. And so I applied, and I assisted some of my musician friends to apply as well, too, because we were told that we fell under that category as contractors or part-time musicians. And so, yeah, I felt like I qualified for it, and I applied. And really, that's what it was. It was an application, and that's what an application process is. Either you find out if you qualify or you don't. Mm-hmm. And then after the applications came out to all the employees, and I applied, and I was going through some of the lists that Dave Della Sola was mentioning, that the common mistakes that people are making, I realized that I was one of those people that made that common mistake. And so I took the initiative to go ahead and write the letter to Dave Della Sola and tell him to please withdraw my claim. And that was about 2 weeks ago. So I'm a little bit curious as to why all this information is coming out now. If there was a concern about my application, it should have been at the very beginning of the month. And if there was a concern about my withdrawal letter, then that should have been about 2 weeks ago. It's happening now.
Yeah,
sure
but Senator, I mean, to be fair, if the media finds out about something, whether it's today or last month or whenever, it doesn't change that. And I don't understand. Are you trying to say you're the victim in this, or do you feel like this is part of some smear?
No, not at all. I'm not trying to say I'm the victim. I'm just saying that the circumstances are it's a little late in the game. I don't even, honestly, I believe I took care of the situation by sending in my withdrawal letter and to remove my claim, and that should have been a done deal. I made a mistake. It was a genuine mistake that I didn't include all of my income. And here's the thing. Dave said a lot of people made that same mistake as well, too. And
right.
So I don't feel like I don't feel like I did anything wrong.
But you're a senator, though. I mean, you feel like, I'm just going to say it, devil's advocate, you should know better. You read bills, you introduce legislation, but you can't figure out how to apply for unemployment assistance and one of the most basic things?
Actually, it wasn't even basic. If you have seen some of the questions that are on the Department of Labor application, it is so confusing. There are several things that I had to go over and over again with other people as to how to answer this question, because the way it was asked, it was not very clear. And even the director, Dave Della Sola, said that it's an ever-evolving situation. They don't know that people are not qualified until they actually apply that way. And then
but you had a job. I mean, it's unemployment assistance, and you were employed.
Right. I was also unemployed through my business license. And so I think that's, okay, I get it. There are some people who didn't have any income at all, period. But the instructions in the very beginning, when the application first came out, said that if you had some hours that were cut, if you were furloughed from your job, and that was it. I had a business license. And actually, I'm not even trying to hide the fact that I've always made that money. It's all on my financial disclosures. It's not like I was trying to hide the fact that I'm a part-time musician or I have a part-time job. And here's the thing, Chris, I'm my own breadwinner in my own home. I don't have a two-income household, so I do have to make ends meet. And although, maybe people may criticize the amount of money that I make, I'm my own breadwinner. I have children my son in my home who was a dependent, and I had to take care of him during this pandemic because he lost his job.
But
He
you
didn't
were
go to
still
school.
getting paid though, and thousands and thousands of people were not.
True.
And so
but
what I see
my
here,
total,
Senator, and
my
I'm sure
total income was
this just looks so
compromised
bad
due-
for you. It looks so
Listen.
bad. I think it's an election killer, and I don't
I
know if you
wouldn't-
can explain it. Well, I don't think it's going to hold up. The way you're explaining it now, it just sounds like you were trying to get something that you weren't entitled to, and then when you got caught, all of a sudden it became, oh, everybody was doing it, and it's confusing. But again, you are a sitting senator, and we expect more from someone like you. Someone like you should know what it takes to apply for unemployment. I don't know, call me crazy. That's just how I think a lot of people feel about it.
Yeah, okay. So, I made a mistake. I said it's a genuine mistake, and I'm not, I don't know. Maybe are you saying that I should have just known all the rules straight out? I didn't. I made that mistake, and I corrected it. I don't know what else to say. I can't say that I'm not trying to I do have other income, and that income was compromised during the pandemic, and that's why I felt like I was qualified. That's all.
How much income are we talking about, Senator?
In my latest financial disclosure, it was about 12,000.
Is this just from March 16th, the start of the pandemic, to current?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. Not 12,000. Excuse me. Made it sound like I was a superstar or something. No. Since the beginning of the pandemic, it was probably about $300 a week from singing and from teaching aerobics or cycling, being at the gym.
How much is that for the? How much income did you lose as a result of COVID-19?
From March 13 all the way up until today, I haven't calculated total, but I would say if you times that March 13 all the way up until today times 300, that's about how much income I have lost.
Has the income that you've lost led you to do desperate things like line up for hours to get any grab-and-go meals, or line up for hours to get any commodities, like any of the thousands of people who have either lost their jobs or been furloughed or had their hours cut?
No, it hasn't, but it has compromised some of my bills that I have to pay.
All right. Well, I think you've explained as much as you can in terms of this genuine mistake, as you said.
That's going to be a catchphrase, I'm telling you, Senator. That's going to be the new. It is what it is.
Well, I think that it is a unique situation, because I don't think there are any other senators that do have part-time jobs like myself. So yeah, I think I see why people are making an issue of it. I'm a single mother.
Anything else you want to add, Senator? Do you think this is going to affect your chances of re-election?
I don't know. It seems like it's being disregarded.
What's being disregarded?
That I'm a single mother.
So do you want a trophy or something?
All right,
No,
now.
I'm not.
No, I'm just saying, you're going to play the single mother card, or what?
No,
we're not
but
disregarding anything. All we're doing is, asking you why you filed for unemployment.
Because
I'm
I
a single
thought
father.
Okay, I thought I qualified, and when I realized that I didn't qualify, I withdrew my claim. I didn't collect any money. By the way, I also did get a stimulus check, and okay, is that everybody got a stimulus check? All the senators got a stimulus check.
Yeah, but you didn't have to apply for a stimulus check. I think you're just digging your hole deeper, but I'm more than willing to let you keep digging. I'll hand you a shovel if you want.
I think we're done here. Thank you, Senator,
I'm
for
just
calling
saying,
in.
You're trying to draw. You're
And-
trying to say that senators got stimulus checks. So what about them? Is that what you're trying to do? Is this a whataboutism?
No, Chris, I am so sorry. You know what? It's federal money, and I thought I qualified to to apply, and when I found out I didn't qualify, I withdrew my claim. And that's it. It was an honest mistake, Chris. It's an honest mistake.
The genuine or honest? Both.
All
I
right.
don't know what you. I can find out the definition between the two, and I can share. It's a genuinely honest mistake.
So do you think your colleagues should give back their stimulus checks?
No, but it is federal money that is coming. It's not coming straight from the taxpayers' money. It's not. I'm not sure what you're trying to get at.
I'm not sure why you brought it up. You're the one that brought it up.
All right, Senator, thanks a lot for calling in and at least giving us your side of the story and your reasons for.
All I have to say is that if people think they qualify, then they should apply, and that's the bottom line. If you don't qualify, they will tell you don't qualify. That's the bottom line. It was encouraged for everybody who lost hours, who had some part-time positions that were lost or full-time positions that were lost. That's what the instructions were. And when I went ahead and I applied, I found out I didn't qualify, and I withdrew my claim. And that's all I have to say. But I still encourage people who have lost hours to please go and apply for the unemployment because you could qualify.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, they will tell you that.
All right.
Okay, Senator.
All right, thanks, Senator Muna.
Thank you.
Wash
right.
your hands. All right. Don't breathe with the bailout over here.
No, I mean, she explained,
yeah, she did.
that she made a genuine mistake.
Right,
She's
but
a single
then-
mother. Was she in line waiting at grab and go? No, we all have different circumstances that we're dealing with.